Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. We're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our official website, thestephennightshow.com. Please go to our YouTube channel, The Stephen Knight Show, subscribe, like, and comment. We definitely appreciate you. All right, so Lynia, Nayyir, how y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
I'm good and a little sad.
Why you sad?
My son left for France today.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
How long is he going?
He said he'll be back in August.
Wow.
So I'm house sitting.
Okay.
Picture that.
Well, that's amazing. That's
and
amazing.
I was like, all right, because he had already paid for everything.
Mhm.
Wow.
So when he came to drop his key off today, I was like, well, how much is first class? And he was looking, he was like, oh, this is, I said, I got you. He was like, what?
Oh, wow.
Ooh, nice.
So he's flying first class to France.
Wow.
He was like, I feel like I need to go change my clothes.
Right. That was kind of you, because that's not a cheap, not going out of country first class. That's not a cheap.
It actually went down. Initially, it started off like around 6,000, and it dropped all, like today, he's flying out. It dropped all the way under 1,000.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So I was like, I got you. So just let me know when you coming back, and I'll see what I can do. I'll let you go first class
Right.
going.
Get there
see how
first.
I feel.
Well, we wish him a great trip. Definitely. Definitely.
Thank you.
All right. So our question of the day is, what was your favorite subject in school? Nayyir.
Ooh. High school, college?
In school, general.
Good question. I'll go to high school. My favorite subject in high school probably was, I think it was more the teacher. I think Dr. Hale. Dr. Hale taught a hell of an English class. Dr. Hale was a classy man and a funny, witty, classy man. And he always wore a suit, you know? So I think it was because of him. That was probably my favorite high school class.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Teachers can really impact your experience. So, Lynia, what about you?
I'm going to say college, and I'm going to say my African American Studies class with Professor Kenneth Rogers. I absolutely loved him. He is the reason I found out about the Black Holocaust, and it wasn't until I got to college that I found out about it.
Wow.
And it just opened up, you know, my world for me, and reading that book and about Hitler and how he had slaves and crazy.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, he was African American, right?
Yes.
The teacher?
Oh, he was super black.
He was one of them.
Professor Rogers ain't play. He was super black.
Yeah. Well, when I was very young, I used to love math, and then it started getting hard. So history was always my favorite. And today I love history, especially now that we're learning more about our background and our culture, like, you know, the Tulsa Massacre and Juneteenth and things like that. I love watching documentaries and just seeing. I remember I used to want to, because when we were young, we would have Sunday dinners, just the family. And my parents, they went to the same school, Virginia Union University, and they would talk about different stories. And I used to wish that I lived back in those days, just to listen based on what they talked on. But then I thought about no internet, no cell phones, and but yeah, history will be for me. But tweet us at home, let us know what was your favorite subject in school. All right, so on the hot topics. So, you know, Bezos and Branson, two billionaires, Richard Branson, they have been saying they're going to space on their own, using their own money. And Branson made that happen. Him and 5 people reached altitude of more than 53 miles aboard Virgin Galactic's VSS Unity. Now, the crew experienced several minutes of weightlessness and views of the Earth before plunging back into the atmosphere. He said he always dreamt of that he would be like, to be in space and looking down at the incredible Earth. And now they're saying that now that this is happening, more people will be able to go into space by next year if they pay $250,000 per person. And 600 people have signed up so far. So the question is, Lynia, if you had the opportunity to go in space, would you?
Can you see that? Can you see that?
I can't read it.
Hell no. I'm good. I can do a whole lot more with $250,000.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And
what am I do? I can't eat. I can't go nowhere. I can't do nothing. What am I doing?
Right. And the thing, he's getting a lot of backlash, him and Bezos, because they're saying that, I think he paid over $1 billion, and Bezos paid over $2 billion for this to make these things happen. And they're saying there's so much, although both give a lot of back to charity and they do a lot of charitable contributions, they're saying that this money could have been used for things we have going on in this country. Nayyir, what are your thoughts? Do you think that's their money, they should do what they want? Or do you think that they should use that money for things that are impacting us now here on Earth?
Man, I can't speak for them or their money. So no, I don't think one way or the other about what they want to do with their money. But yes, are there some very useful things? Yeah, but I don't always do very useful things with my money. So, kudos to them for doing what they want to do and having the money, the means to do it. But to answer the question, but to jump on what El Boogie said, I think I would actually go though. In a perfect world, I think I would. I think it'd be a cool experience, but I'm no scientist, so I'm not out there really doing anything useful. I think I would just want to see what it's like. I mean, I jumped out of a plane. I just wanted to do it, So I don't know if that's similar, but I did that because I wanted to see what it was like. So I don't know. I probably would, to be honest. Not sure. I probably would.
I'm risk averse, so I don't do anything that could kill me. I'm just typically I don't do that.
So you wouldn't skydive?
Not anytime soon.
I want to go.
Well, see, you would skydive.
I remember thinking about bungee jumping. So you're way up in the high with a rope tied to you, and you're jumping to the ground just to be snapped back up. That makes no sense to me.
Have you ever done zip lining?
Huh?
Have you ever done zip lining?
I've never done zip lining. No.
I love it.
Really?
I did it in the forest in the Dominican Republic, by myself.
By yourself?
But Steve, so you don't like roller coasters? I mean, these things are pointless, but I
like roller coasters, but did you just see what happened to that?
That was a fake carnival. You can't include that.
What happened?
Fake carnival.
There was this ride that swings back and forth, and it got off track.
It was one of them little fake carnivals, Nayyir.
But see, the thing is,
no one was hurt, thank God.
But see, the thing is, these things have always happened. We've always seen the people falling out of the roller. I mean, it may happen to anyone, but you still have ridden a roller coaster, and I definitely will ride another one. I like roller coasters. I kind of like that part of adventure. We'll
see. I told you about my coyote stories back in the day. Remember I told you about the coyotes? How I started watching these YouTube videos on coyotes because I found out we had them in our neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
And I would stop running because I was like, they're gonna get me.
Oh my God.
But I am back. I let go of that during the pandemic. I had to let it go.
Lord have mercy.
All right, so Wendy Williams is under fire again. So there's this TikTok star named Swavey, and he was 19 years old. And he was murdered. Well, Wendy Williams, she was covering the star, but the way she did it was odd to a lot of people. She was asking the audience if they knew who he was, and she started saying how she doesn't know anything about TikTok, and she doesn't want to be involved with that. But she said he has a lot more followers than her. He has 2.5 million on TikTok. And Norman, who is her sidekick on the show, he says, well, you have more followers on Instagram. And so they showed a picture of him, and she just looked at the picture and said, well, he was murdered. Just kind of like flip it about it. And a lot of people are saying, that she should be canceled. And his family initially didn't say anything, but they said that they want an apology from her for just being so flippant about it. Now, Wendy nor the network have commented on this. But she's been under fire lately for a lot of her comments. She has a history of doing this, obviously, especially when she was on the radio. She even went harder back on the radio. Lynia, do you think there should be some kind of consequence for her comments and the way she described this?
She's been like this for years. And I mean, what are you going to do?
Right.
I have an issue with cancel culture. because then it makes you feel as if you can't voice your opinion about something.
Right.
Because people will take it out of context. It doesn't even matter. But I do love the fact that is it Tabitha Brown?
Mm-hmm.
I do love the way she responded
Yeah.
to Wendy. It was classy, it was graceful, it was beautiful.
Yep.
And it was so eloquently put. That was the best shade and clapback that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
So you just have to address things accordingly. And it's Wendy Williams. You don't give her a pass, but somebody got to check her. But who won't check her?
Right, it's true. Nayyir, what about you? What are your thoughts on her remarks and what kind of and the backlash she's getting?
Like El Boogie said, this is Wendy Williams we're talking about here. We're not talking about some peaceful public figure. We're talking about Queen Controversy herself. So people gonna keep watching. Ratings gonna be high. That to the people that really matters to. They're not gonna let nobody cancel her. So she's just gonna continue to do what she does, and we're talking about her. So that's a plus for her.
Yeah, interesting. She, her and her husband got divorced, and it seems like that she's so anti-relationships. I know even like one thing I liked about the Ask Wendy segment is because it seemed like she was being more relatable to the guests when they'd ask her questions. But literally, I remember there was this couple on there. They were an older couple, and they were engaged. They've been friends for so long now. They're engaged, and Wendy pretty much told them that he doesn't want you. You need to break up with him. He's never going to marry you. And I mean, why would you're telling your guests that? I mean, and that's the same kind of thing she did with the Tabitha Brown situation. When Tabitha Brown said she wanted to retire her husband because when they got married, they moved to LA for her to pursue her career, and her husband took a job as a police officer to support her so she could do her thing. And now that she is, making moves, now she wants to retire him so he can pursue his goals. Wendy thinks that she said that it's not going to last. As soon as she retires him, he's going to find somebody else. It's just like,
think about your personal friends and colleagues. Think about how many people who are actually single that encourage you not to be single, and and put on the narrative that they're happy that they are not with someone. That's just usually that's a coping mechanism. People want to make you see the side that they have to live through. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I don't think she's ever been happy though. Like I really don't think. I mean, your ex-husband had a mistress for years.
11 years.
Years, and you knew, and you were okay with that. So she was never happy. And Tabitha Brown's situation is not her situation because I know every night that woman's stressed about her husband coming home being a police officer. I know that for a fact. So for her to be in a position to where he supported her as she went for her dream, now it's her time to support him so he can go for his and get out of a job that can kill him.
Exactly.
So I commend her, and that's what you call a helpmate. That's on both ends for both of them to sacrifice. I keep it funky with you. I told my dude, I get this money, you can go to law school and get your degree because that's what he wants.
Right.
I told him that. Yeah. I'm serious about that. You tell me you love something, I'm gonna need for you to go after it. If I can take care of it, when be able to take care, the same way he would do for me.
Right.
Take your behind on the law school. I'm all for self-advancement.
Yeah.
Now, I would have to kill you if you want to try to leave me for some young thing, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, listen, we'll take a quick commercial break and find out why Tristan Thompson and Lamar Odom are beefing over Khloe Kardashian. Right back after this.